So 100,000 signatures. Above my head on this video, you'll see the red circle. When you go on my page, that red circle is exactly where you need to look for that link that says Jamaica demands. When you click on it, you open the link and then you will see a petition that we have put together demanding the resignation of a bunch of high-level people. The security minister, the prime minister of the country, the DPP, and the commissioner of police. You go ahead and you do that. Some of them might be laughing, but this particular petition is very serious. Minimum 15,000 signatures, maximum 100,000. I'm asking all the persons who would like to see change in the country, go ahead. There's your link. I have delivered your link. The United Nations Council will also be taking a very close look at this petition. And of course, we have factual information attached to the petition.
Welcome back to my channel. I got a new update for you guys, so let's get into it.
Morning my people, your boy Carnation Boss here. Yeah, we see some things that go on social media. We say we need to have a little reason about. Brother Marvin, likkle fire. I want to have a little reason with you. Now, your intention, whether I mean good or bad or it's political, that's up for debate. I can't speak to that. Everybody have them views. It's a known fact that you are a supporter of the People's National Party. I would have done some research. I see the videos all over social media. Last election you went and exercised your democratic right and all of that, the voting for the People's National Party and organizing to get voters for them. So we have seen that. No, nothing is wrong with that. That is good. That's democracy at work. I see you organize an online petition to remove the government. I don't know who advised you, but a petition under our common law is a legal avenue of protest, of bringing something to your government's attention, of bringing something to your representatives' attention, and that is good. Democracy at play. However, a petition have some criteria to meet, and one of the criteria is to meet is that you should be independent, which legally can be argued you're not independent. You are a member or an affiliate member, because you know political parties are something that you have to become a legal member and register to be a part of. So you're probably not a registered member of the PNP, but an affiliated member. So that petition, one can argue that it's not within a level of independence. It is politically motivated based on your affiliation. But that's up for debate. But I don't know if you mean well or you don't mean well. You know, because I see you do your thing with a level of arrogance and disrespect and insult, and one can argue that very antagonistic and bullyism, and you know, always averse, yes, morning. Always averse to authority and law and order. For some strange reason, that's how you would come off to a well-read Jamaican. And that approach might not be the best approach for your cause. I don't know what your cause is, but as a red Jamaican, it looks a little bit sketchy. No, in our Jamaican society, we are very impressionable. You know, people that see you on social media, and because you seem to talk with them off the ear, and you're anti-authority, you're anti-government, and you're anti-police, they will want to follow you and support you. It is something that is a cultural thing, and it's very sad. 90% of the persons who are supporting you, my brother, they don't even know what's your cause. But because you sound anti-government and anti-police, them are going to support you. Ridiculously sad, but that's the society that we're in. Now, I see yesterday you're going to use a petition, which has no legal standing to remove our government. None in our Commonwealth. Under common law, there's no standing for it to remove the government, and then you said you and your team is ready. Now, all of the persons who are supporting you, if they were using this and they're red Jamaicans, people who read and study and understand law and understand democracy, they would ask you, so since we're an autocratic society, you and your team, who is you and your team? Didn't we exercise our democratic right just September gone, and we vote for a government, you vote for someone, And that is the legal forum that we use to decide who runs the country. So it's very concerning now, my brother. I don't know what your intentions are. To say you and your team is ready to step in. You remove the DPP, the commissioner of police, the prime minister, and so it's anarchy I try to create then. Because who is you and your team? So, my brother, if you want to create a third party, that is good enough. Present your team to the public. Stop play upon the emotions of the impressionable minds that can't think properly for themselves because they're so anti-police, anti-government, anti-this, anti-that. Who was you on your team? The majority of Jamaicans would have decided who is elected to run the country, which is the current government. But you're saying you're going to use a petition to make them step aside. All the commission bodies and the commission authorities step aside for you and your team to step in. So you're creating an autocracy. Anarchy. So we're going to remove elected representatives to put you and your team. But the question is to be asked, who's you and your team? Now, brother, I'm not here to disrespect you or do what I say a lot of people do. Even you, because it's how you set it, because you disrespect everybody. You're very vulgar and all of that. But that's up for debate. And you're very anti-everything. But my advice to you, if you truly mean well, stop misadvise the general public. We are a very primitive society. And we are so anti this, anti that, a lot of us don't even have the brain to think. What are we anti against? Think critically and logically. So, with that said, my brother, you probably want to look at this petition thing and see if it's going to meet your objective. And if you want to form a third party, present your team to us, man. Make we see who's your team, man. Right? Make we know if it's members of the PMP. Make we know if it's new, absolutely new members of an independent thing that you're creating. Let us know. It can't just be you and your team. Who's your team? Because if you're saying you're about democracy and you're about leading this country, you also need to be responsible. You also need to live up to the standards that you're trying to create. Let me see you and your team now, my brother. And remember, a petition cannot remove no government. It's some legal means of protest to bring something to your government's attention. But how you're doing it, and you're so anti this and that, they might not pay it any mind. So you can't be counterproductive. You understand, my brother? And what you're doing is very counterproductive. So you might mean well, but you need to think it out, man. Structure something properly, man. Make us see what you do, man. You will get the support, probably even my support. Alright, respect, big up yourself. You know, walk with love, God. And remember, even the Bible tell you, respect authority. Be mannerable, be respectful. Alright, my brother? We know the plaza where we always book you up in a half a tree. This is me hang out to. And we have always been courteous to each other. For, you know, you interact with people who I interact with. But my little advice to you is just, you know, take your time, my brother.
Listen, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below, because it seems this Marvin little fire person seems to be fluffing a lot of feathers. Or is it ruffling? Either way, he's doing something to some feathers and a lot of chickens are howling. Did you see what I did there? I made a funny. But let's get back into the video. Now, this man on the screen, he made very good points in certain areas. The first thing I would like to address is the fact he pointed out that a petition doesn't change anything in a third world country. That is very sad, you guys. That is very, very sad. Moving on though, he said something about our country not being autocratic. And I agree with him, though it's not being autocratic. I had to look it up for those who don't know. A leader or system with absolute ultimate power is described as being autocratic. Now, you tell me from that definition, this entire time that Mr. Holness, Andrew, has been in power, isn't this exactly what he has been doing? Exerting his dominance. You say something on social media, he used to send police to your address. He sends soldiers as well to your address. You've been arrested, detained, held for however long. And if you did not have the funds to hire yourself a lawyer, then you would be quickly forgotten in a matter of weeks. Are we forgetting these things? These were literally on the TVG news. Come on now, guys. And I believe it is still on social media. If you go out there and you search, you will still find these things. So for him to say that, he's been, in my own opinion, condescending. And yes, I know, unpopular opinion, it is what it is. So we're doing a commentary. So if you do not like what I'm saying, you comment in the comment section and we disagree there. And to add insult to injury, he's going to say Jamaica is not an autocratic country because it's a third world country. Listen to me, sir. Are you forgetting that this is the same Prime Minister, yes, Mr. Andrew Holness, who said he will be helping Jamaica to become republic country, and he wants the right for him and his family to select all future presidents because there will be no more Prime Minister? Are we forgetting this as well? Oh my God. Moving on, there's more to be discussed. Right, so one good thing, one sensible thing this man said this whole time was, who is your team, Mr. Marvin Littlefire? Who is your team? We need to know who is behind you. I was unaware that Marvin was even following a political party. Thank you so much. Kudos to you, sir, for pointing that out. And now that it's out there, we would like to know who is on your team, because the people are really rallying behind you, Marvin, and it would be sad if all of this effort wasn't true, indeed a waste of the effort. You know, nobody wants to waste their effort, so make sure everything that you're doing is airtight. And people, please go out and do your research. Don't just jump to every and anybody. Remember, this is how you got into this problem with your Prime Minister, your now Prime Minister Andrew Holness, right? You listened what he said, you believed what he said, and now we are here. So make sure with Marvin you're doing your due diligence of research and everything. Now he's currently commenting on Marvin, saying he's being passionate and Marvin is being like blasty, as in he's vulgar in his presentation. And this man here is doing the same thing, because while he's saying autocracy, I hope I'm quoting him correctly, while he's saying autocracy, he is literally like doing the same. Like, you sound like you are attacking Marvin because he's not fully transparent. Now, are you within your right to ask him to be transparent? Of course. However, we should remain respectful and give the opposing side time to articulate what it is they are trying to bring across. Yes, give them time to communicate what they're trying to do, bring across what they're trying to show. Okay. And you know, I was almost on this man's side until he started asking things, probing questions. I mean, should you be informed? Yes. However, the way you're doing it seems as if you're working for the ops. Are you working for the opposing side? Are you indeed working for the JLP, and because you have no digital footprint, they chose you as their chosen host to attack Marvin? Because it's giving, you know, it's giving matching Marvin's energy. When you started the video, you were so calm and I could, you know, calm and agreeable, and then by the end of the video, you went in full attack mode. Those are my unpopular opinion. In addition to presenting yourself as an op, you also are reiterating what Mark Shields said. You know, he doesn't need a rebuttal or an echo. The people have heard him. The blogs are doing what they should do, which is reposting the information. Respectfully speaking, of course. So moving on to the next clip, you guys.
Me reach a Marvin now. The truth is, you see, every scroll you scroll through TikTok is all about Marvin Littlefire. If I go make a talk when it come to the Buju situation, then he says something about Shields, then Shields make a rebuttal, then he come about the petition, then Jamaica is now divided. One said say sign, one said don't sign, one said same vote to PMP, and me can't vote to PMP. And I really love the people. Him work for the PMP, for sidestep the government, to undermine the government, to create panic and mayhem. The truth is the Jamaica, me is a labor right. I don't care whether Marvin will vote for the PMP or not. Election is over. The truth Jamaica, I may just ask, because I know nobody ask. And that's why I last I got talk. I may close the segment. Me is a closer. Me have to finish. The truth is the Jamaica, the job of Marvin, I do say, are the elected official, I'm sure I do all of them job. The elected official I want to vote for. Where from election, I want to see them as them constituency. I didn't try to do them job. The truth is, the people look to Marvin because Marvin make Talk about them things when nobody else not talk about. And me know want to say infuse the platform to talk about other things. The truth is, everybody can have a platform. Him talk about police and him talk about government. Uno make fun of platform and talk about what uno want to talk about. Me use my platform to talk about what me want to talk about. We all can have a platform, right? That out of the way. Having said that, Jamaica, let me ask you a question. Mr. Ask, when he say become a PMP, when him say no make no sense? Uno look into what him say? When him say no make sense, him say the police force out of control. Jamaica, uno realize the police force out of control for true. Marvin never tell me say police force out of control. Me still be 2 years, God give me say go the police force out of control. Him say the place them mash up by hurricane. Him say the government only spend 2% of the money. That's how we from the Alta General. In wrong, Jamaica. The truth can't steer you in front you. And because of political sides, you can't say the truth when you say the truth. The truth can't steer you down and say the truth. The truth is what me know. The truth is what me know. When the police come, the police now ask if you're a PMP or labor right. Because 7 of the young men were dead, were killed by the anti-security forces. Me and them in the campaign. Me and 7 of them young men, they were dead. We were on the campaign for the Jamaica Labour Party. So when Marvin come out and say too much this, too much that, him could just talk about the PMP because at the end of the day, Labour right dead to by the hands of the police. It have to start somewhere, Jamaica. It have to start somewhere. Me not gonna tell you whether they want to sign petition or not. We're not big people. Everybody have to know what them want. When me I say as a Labour right, on principle, me no must have agreed Marvin with everything what him say. On principle, me agree with him. The police force is out of control. There have to be government accountability. More need to be done for the people. Then we still not live nowhere where they can wash them out. Him say it, me agree with him. When me agree with him, pan, me agree with him, pan. When me not agree with him, pan, me not agree with him, pan. It's as simple as that. Me not tell nobody because when they want to say that your business, you know. But somebody, the people seen a Marvin when they not sitting at the elected official, them, that is a reality. What is the other reality? The DPP is silent, the church is silent, the private sector is silent, the small business association is silent, the bar association is silent. It's a deafening silence. The commissioner of police is silent, the minister is silent. Jamaica we in a problem. Somebody have to talk, and the people see Marvin as the person who will lead the charge for talk against it. Me not have no option than to support what is right. Me a Labour right, him a PMP. It doesn't mean say him no right with some of the things that when say. Me no must agree with him everything Jamaica. Me never call a spade a spade. The police force is out of control. And Jamaica, while we sit down there talk about petition, the 23rd of this month, the Justice Minister say, while talking to the JP, the Justice Minister said Jamaica, when the police pursue a suspect, the police can use deadly force under the law. So while we did that up and down, I remember police no pursue rich people. Them no pursue a call rich people and say, "Uno alright? Uno eat this morning, or was the weekend?" Uno poor people when they on TikTok have this political divide. Uno police free. We the police them run down. Remember, you have the right to be presumed innocent till proven guilty. The minister said the police can use deadly force on them run you down. I am Finsack. This has been a moment of truth. Goodbye. Maricha Marvin, no. The truth is...
So, for those of you who don't know, Richard Biles, the former governor of Bank of Jamaica, is about to be replaced, or I think he has been replaced, because the news says Biles leaves BOJ, meaning Imagwe from BOJ, still frustrated by the slow Jamdex adoption. For those of you who don't know, we developed a digital money called Jamdex. It's Jamaica's CBDC dollar, central bank digital currency, back in 2021. And we became one of the first countries to have also developed a central bank digital currency, because everybody was preparing for the 2030 agenda, where cash will be completely removed from the entire world and we'll now have digital currencies. Governor Biles' frustration only serves the banks. It doesn't serve the Jamaican people. And it serves the global corporate world. Yeah, and them alone it serves. Meaning Jamaica can now trade internationally with the adoption of digital currencies globally. So with the current money we have, we can't trade with them. We're trading, but it's phasing out fast. Most people are now accepting stable coins and cryptocurrencies, because the digital transformation, where fiat now becomes digital currencies online, it's now called the Internet of Value. The Internet of Value. So everything is now done digitally. We in Jamaica no know nothing about them or something. So we accept anything with them tell we. This is one of the reasons why I am one of the most feared person by the government of Jamaica. and also the banking cartel in Jamaica, because they want to give you Jamdex. Jamdex is like moving the regular Jamaican money online. It doesn't give you the potential to earn any yield on it unless you have a regular business. Like, people come and patronize your business and you make a money. But cryptocurrency, which is a digital asset, which is what the country should have been promoting more than a CBDC dollar, cryptocurrency gives the average person the ability to generate significant money on the little where them have. So if you buy 10 XRP coins right now, XRP is respected globally, not just respected, more than 75 banking licenses globally. The Bank of International Settlements, BIS Bank, the Bank of International Settlements, which is like the central bank of all central bank, them pretty much right now are relish the idea. Them want, and them make you know, say, yo, we're going to tokenize bank treasuries. Meaning every money we're in every bank globally and assets of value will be running on the blockchain. The BIS Bank have already partnered with Ripple, and Ripple owns XRP. So Ripple owns XRP, the BIS Bank have already partnered with them, and every other bank. Just type it on Google for your flipping self. Type in it. Go up on Google, go ask. Now listen to Marvin. You have persons out there who thinks that Marvin are telling about crypto because it benefits me. Me? I'm good now. I'm good now. Yeah, I'm good now. So don't have to worry about me. Me good. But I cannot be good and be comfortable over here, so. No, say, yeah, me all right. And my family will forever be all right going forward. Because none of you can stop my investment, because no, I am my own bank. That's the power that cryptocurrency gives you. You literally invest your current funds that you have, and based on use case on the assets that you have, it generates more upon your money without even lifting a pin. So therefore, because XRP is now integrated into every financial institution globally, when they flip all these switches and the use case, meaning there's no mass adoption for this particular asset. You all in the 10, although let's say it value $10 today when you buy it, tomorrow it becomes $20, next week it becomes $500, by the year end it becomes $10,000, the other year it becomes $50,000, and you realize that your asset is now advancing significantly. The problem that we have in Jamaica, let me tell you quickly, and focus and listen to me. Stop listening to a little idiot them. Yeah? Stop listening to a little idiot them will come on Andrew post. And a different Andrew. Andrew not care about you know. And Andrew and his family are right. They are okay. And their friends are okay. Listen to me. Jamaica should be demanding immediate flipping access to the cryptocurrency market. They can keep their Jamdex. We don't care about them and the Jamdex. Demand immediate access to cryptocurrency. The banks don't want you to do that. If you are exposed to cryptocurrency, let me tell you, plain and simple. If you're exposed to it, you're going to tap into the bank's money. Meaning, you're now going to earn money significantly, and then there's no need. There is no need for borrowing no money from the bank and for borrowing no money from nobody. Cryptocurrency gives you the ability to self-custody. That means your money not even have to go through the bank. It not even have to go through the bank. When you actually buy your cryptocurrency assets, you can now store them on your devices. There's nobody teaching them something. Nobody not teaching them something, you know. I dare the Ministry of Finance to come out and tell me, say, what me I tell them is bullshit. I dare any one of the banking cartels to come tell and say, what I'm telling you is bullshit. Wake up now, people. Oh, no, wake up now, man. Reject Jamdex. Them, see that? By July, next 4 weeks pretty much. Because June starts next week. So pretty much the next 4.5 weeks, you're going to be introduced to Jamdex. And what they're going to start doing, they have to make it now mandatory that government workers are now paid in Jamdex. And you have to start the rollout. Supermarkets, everybody now will have to start accepting Jamdex. All of you who are sitting on US dollar, for the love of God, you're going to lose a lot of money, because the US right now has its regulations. They're literally about to finalize on the Clarity Act. Once they sign off on the Clarity Act, it means that American institutions and citizens will now have clear guidelines, by the federal government as to how to interact with cryptocurrency. And they are going to put an end to the US dollar, whether you like it or not. Right? People who are holding the US dollar are going to see, I don't know whether it's going to be a repricing. I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know, fiat currency, meaning US dollar, pound, euro, Jamaican dollar, fiat, the current money that you're using, will be diminishing, and there will be advancing cryptocurrency and digital assets, CBDCs, stable coins, cryptocurrencies. These all are under one umbrella, but you have to understand the power of cryptocurrencies, not just any crypto. America has listed 16 cryptocurrencies as now commodities. XRP is also in that lot. Please to do your research. Just type in on Google how many financial institutions have partnered with Ripple. Ripple is the company that controls XRP. Do no research, no man. Do no research. The DTCC, that's the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation that deals with treasuries and stocks and what have you. The clear now. Them now is on what is called Ripple Prime. Ripple Prime was formerly known as Hidden Road. Hidden Road was bought by Ripple, now rebranded and renamed called Ripple Prime, which is going to be a clearing house for the DTCC. The DTCC processes anywhere between 3.7 to 4.2 quadrillion dollars per year. Go on Google and find out for yourself. All I can do as a prospective leader, I have to tell you what is out there to harm you. If I go into office tomorrow morning, I would make it legit. Jamaica would be among the crypto countries 100%. That way we don't have to fret about how people make money, because the payment rails have already been set up with XRP and other cryptocurrency coins that are now commodities, where the average Jamaican citizen who not have a job can take a little what them have, and they will realize that over time, short period of time too, with mass adoption, they could turn the little that they have into millions of dollars. No need for the bank. You have your money, you can take care of your family. No need to depend on the damn government. For the love of God, please fight back with me now. Fight back with me now. I'm going to put out a petition demanding immediate access to cryptocurrency. The government of Jamaica can't stop me. I am here to save the people. Even the laborites who fight against me, I am here to save the Jamaicans who are smart. Sign the damn petition. Sign the petition in my bio. Sign the petition. All right.